Welcome to the MIB podcast, where we help you chase your dreams side by side. And now, your hosts, Mike and Talia Osborne.
What's up?
Hey!
This is Mike.
And Talia.
You're listening to
The MIB podcast.
Married and in Business. Hope everybody's having a great day. We are.
Yep. A good day. Kids are on vacation, which here up in the north, we get a fall break. Well, we get a
winter break.
Yeah,
so
and a spring break. Yeah. So I don't think we lose it out on spring. We get a February break and a spring break. So I'm excited about that.
We never could really get a straight answer about why we have a winter break, but what people say is it's so miserable during the winter here that they're like, you need a week off just to not die. Just sit there in the house, watch movies, sit by the fire, whatever.
A lot of people go to the water parks, the indoor water parks, like in Boston or Massachusetts or something.
New Hampshire.
We never go anywhere. We go to
we went like 45 minutes away to get in a swimming pool.
Yeah, we went to a local hotel and got in the swimming pool. Yeah. So that was fun enough for us.
Marriott's good enough for us, but we got a fun episode for you today. Today's episode 8, and the title will be
Married and Continuing Education.
Before we deep dive into that, we want to go ahead and do some house cleaning.
So we want to invite you to follow us on facebook.com/MIB podcast, or you can visit our website, themibpodcast.com, and submit any questions or comments to info@themibpodcast.com.
Yeah, if you guys missed episode 7, it was a lot of fun. Me and Ty got to go over how we accidentally made a very profitable Facebook business, or Facebook store, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'd love for you to check that out, because we're still taking in, if anybody's interested in us creating some type of course about how we did that, very detailed, very exact. Mm-hmm. We're interested in hearing from you whether or not you're interested in that. Obviously, it's more work for us for nothing if you aren't, so we don't want to do that. But we're interested in hearing from you. So episode 7 was all about creating a big, profitable Facebook store from nothing.
Yep.
Just reselling other people's items.
Yep, reselling.
So, very
That's
cool.
a big thing nowadays.
Yeah.
But today we are talking about continuing education. And so, it's really important to stay on top of your field and your business, because everything's constantly changing. And so the only way to do that is to continually educate yourself in different areas, right?
Yeah. So for people like us, we sell on Amazon, right? And they are constantly changing, constantly changing. So everything that we started with a few years ago is now, or a couple years ago, I guess, is now different. And the way, it's mostly the same, but the tweaks, you have to do different things. You can't do this, can't do that. And it's a constant uphill battle with them about, making sure we continually make money selling on their platform.
Yeah. And so, we have to be aware of these things and aware of the changes and, keep up with it, because if we don't, we could potentially make a mistake that could hinder our business, and we don't want that. So.
Yeah, you don't want to get shut down. We've done that before.
Been there,
it wasn't our fault, but we still did. But you want to do things on the up and up. So that's one thing. Speaking from our situation, for you, if you have a business out there that you have, there's always changes. There's taxes, there's fees, there's regulations, there's laws, different things that happen all the time, and you have to stay on top of that. One way to get, just stay on top of it is these conferences made for your industry, right? Yep. I know like Century 21 does it for real estate, and, they have these big dental ones where they talk about all the different changes and whatever. It could be marketing, could be this and that. We were in Cancun a few years back, and like everybody we are having hibachi one night, everybody, Japanese steakhouse. And like the whole group there was all from like a veterinarian concert, right?
Yeah, conference. Yeah, and they were living it up.
I know. Learn about, taking care of our animals.
While surfing.
A little bit drunk.
Getting some sunshine.
But, going to these things like conferences are a really good way. They are a cost of money, right?
And they're write-offs, though. So, of course, consult your tax attorney or whoever to give you more details about that, because we're not in that business. But, so you want to just be aware of those things so that you can get the information that is most vital to your business.
Yeah. But right off the bat, you just want to make sure that you can afford to do whatever you need to do, right? So self-education is obviously a good way to make sure you're on the up and up. It doesn't. When me and Talia started, we didn't follow or Amazon. I always put that out there. We started our Amazon business. We didn't have any idea what we were doing, right?
None.
So we literally went out there. We found podcasts that we could listen to. We went on YouTube and found out. We typed in a question, typed in Amazon FBA. How do you ship items? How do you, what are you looking for? What type of items to sell? What type of things to do? And that's how we figured it out, right?
That's how we learned.
Matter of fact, I was looking, now go back to people that even don't have a business. I was looking for business when I was listening to Pat Flynn on the Smart Passive Income podcast. And literally I had listened to 100 episodes before this one, and I found somebody selling on Amazon. And that's when I brought it to Talia. It's like constantly sharpening your sword, constantly learning new stuff, things that could help you, right? And that's what I was doing. I didn't even have a business to pursue at the time, but I was looking for one.
Yep.
And luckily it led to what we do now full-time today.
Yep. So, we are constantly trying to learn, or things you should constantly try to learn about is marketing. Marketing, especially online, podcasting, and social media. Those are things that will keep you in the know. So listening to podcasts, of course, there's podcasts about anything, everything. So if you want to just hear some information, maybe something you never heard before, go type it in, find, Stitcher or iTunes and see what's out there. And that's a good way to educate yourself for free in most cases. Also, when you go on social media, a lot of times you'll see there's some training courses that you can be a part of, free webinars, things like that, and then learning online marketing, because that will get you to the forefront of your customers and help you to increase your business and do, better for yourself.
Yeah. I'd always recommend, if you're very good, if you're a people person, if you love sales, if you like creating commissions, that type of business, go out there and listen to every podcast you can about sales, about marketing yourself, marketing in general. You can literally create a company out of nothing, right? And I 100% agree with that. Go sign up for webinars. I know they call it a jerk move, whatever. Going, acting like you're interested in somebody's information, which you might be.
Yeah, you don't know until you hear it.
But literally go in there and, treat it like Best Buy. Go up there and play with stuff, learn what you need to learn, then go, buy it off Amazon. But, but do that, right? Go out there and spend the time learning and just taking what you want out of it, right?
Like a buffet.
Yeah, the best ideas are literally the one things that come from other people's ideas,
Yep.
No one ever comes up with a new thing anymore. They just tweak someone else's idea, make it better.
Yeah.
And they're not doing that to be a jerk. They're just trying to make it better, right?
Exactly. So another thing that goes along the lines of continuing education is association. Getting around people who build you up or are like-minded, and that can come in any form. So that can be, if you're outside of business life is a mess, most likely your business is probably going to be a mess too, because that all contributes to, how you walk through life and how you deal with things on a daily basis. So you want to get around people that are like-minded and that are going to build you up. A great way to do that is networking meetings. That'll put you around people who are going after the same things, going after customers, looking for success. You don't want to be around people who are in business, but they're sitting on the street corner every, on Friday or, whatever. You want to be with people who are out there in the pursuit of customers and the pursuit of their goals. And then small groups. Small groups are generally for people involved in churches, things like that.
Or just meetup groups.
Or there's meetup groups as well. But these are groups that are, again, like-minded people who just want to hang out and get to know each other, and most likely will build you up in the areas that you were looking for.
Yeah. I hear it all the time. John Lee Dumas from the Entrepreneur on Fire podcast says, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I've heard this other places too, but I give John Lee the credit. Yeah, and that's true. You are who you associate with. Look around you. If you're literally the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, good gosh, that should be scary to some people. I work with some teenagers here in the area, being more like a mentor, a life coach, or whatever you would, I guess, more or less somebody to talk to them, whatever. And they think everybody's on drugs at their high school. Guarantee they're not on drugs, but maybe the 5 people they are spending the most time with are. So they need to make sure they break those chains, get away from the people that literally will do nothing but take you down.
Yep.
You have to be around people that constantly lift you up, right?
Yep.
And that's just extremely powerful if you just get that alone.
You know, and another form of association, or association is another form of education, because you're going to learn from the people around you. Whether you're learning the good things or the bad things, eventually those things are going to rub off on you. So you want to learn from the people you trust. And then, you know, that goes into what Mike just said. He was talking about mentorship. You know, if you can find a mentor who is where you want to be in your field, then that's going to be so powerful for you, because you'll be able to learn all the keys to success that they have. Hopefully they will pass down to you so that you can do those same things.
Yeah. I mean, literally, it's like going through a business is like going through a minefield. So if you know this person made it through the other side of the field, they're on the other side of all the potential catastrophes, the bombs that you're going to step on, and all you have to say is move to the left 3 steps, follow that path, jump to the right, jump forward, do this and that. Good gosh, save your legs, listen to your mentor, right? I mean, that's what you have to do. And, you know, you should always have a mentor, always should have a coach and everything. I know that some of the most successful guys I listen to, or that I follow as, like, I'd consider a mentor in my life, they don't know that, but they are. These guys, they have coaches now. I mean, they're multimillionaires. They got companies that are going to be billion-dollar companies. They still have somebody to push them in the right direction. I mean, like Tony Robbins is a mentor to so many billionaires out there. And, you know, like I said, these guys think they already got, I mean, they financially, we look at them as they figured it out. Right. They're doing well. Mm-hmm. But they still know that there's keys and parts of their life that they need somebody to guide them, right?
Yeah, they're still in the pursuit. That's important. As long as you're in the pursuit, you can follow other people who are in the same pursuit and have gotten further. Not to say that they've arrived, but they've gotten further, and they, again, know the places to step where you shouldn't step or whatever. So, you know, what do Mike and I do for continuing education?
Completely different.
Yes, we do very different things, because Mike and I are very different. I am more of the creative mind and the not so in tune with all the details. And, you know, I like to watch things rather than read things. So for me,
we'll be giving a couple shout outs here to people we like.
Yeah, for me, you know, I'm on YouTube, motivational speakers. I like a couple podcasts. Reading, not so much, but I have, you know, had some of my favorite books. I like, what was it called?
Boy, what a reader! Green eggs and ham and hop on pop.
In a Pit with a Lion on a Snowy Day. I really like that book.
Mark Batterson.
Thank you, honey. Because it was really just about being in the fight. You know, you're in a position where you should be beat down, but you step up and you surpass your competition. So that's a book that I've loved and I've read.
Who's the speaker you like? The book that you're reading, Danny.
Yeah, Danny Johnson. She is a motivational speaker. She has, I believe she has a couple $1 million businesses as well. She does a lot of coaching, things like that. So I really like Danny. And then, you know, I'm really involved in small groups. I'm actually a teacher for one that Mike and I co-teach together, business related. And then I'm involved in a women's group. I attend a mother-daughter small group type thing. And then I teach in Sunday school, our little preschoolers.
Yeah,
so,
once a week. I mean, once a month.
Once a month, yeah. So those are kind of things that I do that help me keep my mind right and learn and grow in different areas.
And it's perfect because you hit on so many areas right there. You feed yourself, right? Mm-hmm. You're feeding others. Mm-hmm. Like when me and Talia, we have no benefit. We make no money from teaching other people what we've gone through when it comes to business, but we have the benefit of them being blessed, right? Mm-hmm. So we're excited about that. And then feeding the kids. You're going out there and you're helping with Sunday group, Sunday church. You don't ask me to do that, but it helps you. I mean, and that helps you. It makes you feel good. You know that you're planting good seeds with these kids. And same thing, you're spending time with the daughters at the daughter group.
Yep.
And that's that's powerful if you guys get that literally. I mean, we got 4 kids. Mm-hmm. We're busy. It's not, and we have like a business going to do $500,000 in sales this year in Amazon, all reselling one item at a time. This is a lot for us, but we still make time to better ourselves, better our community, and better our family.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now I'll go into what I do, which it's pretty simple. I do mainly podcasting and reading, right? Yeah. Podcasting is my go-to of getting any information I could ever think of. And I'll tell you a few people I listen to after this, but I mean, that's where I get almost all my information from. There's so much garbage on the radio out there. Gosh, there's so much, like, I'll tell you how me and Ty are so disconnected from the world. If there is a bombing or a hurricane or something that's coming, or literally last year or a year before, I guess, or maybe last year, we were literally 24 hours from getting hit with a Cat 3 hurricane. We had no clue.
Yeah.
We literally, if it came on Facebook, that's how we found out about it. But we disconnect ourselves so much from that garbage that, yeah, we don't know anything about it. So podcasting is great because you literally can pick and choose exactly what you want to listen to, what you want to learn about, what you want. You control what's coming into your mind, right? Mm-hmm. Just make sure you're constantly getting good things in your mind. Reading, I've read literally thousands of books. Self-help and sales are my favorite. And I enjoy it. I don't read anything that's, I don't know what happened in Narnia or I don't know what wizard does what on. See, I can't even name the books. That's how bad it was. But yeah, I don't really spend any time doing that. I don't knock you if you do. I just watch it on the movies and whatever when it comes out. But also I help teach the business small group with Talia, and I'm also part of a men's group where I just get with guys, where we can drop the walls once a week and we talk about different things, and hopefully they can help me, I can help them. But it's like we said in the book I read, iron sharpens iron. It really does. So that's why I spend my time doing that. So basically I have a bunch of things I listen to all the time. So this is kind of like my shout out of people I love, and take or leave what you want. But podcasts I like listening to are a lot of, like, Marketing Secrets by Russell Brunson, the owner of ClickFunnels. I use his software. It's great. And he's constantly giving out free stuff that I agree with. Mm-hmm. He has a similar background when it comes to his faith and things like that. You know what I mean? So he's well-grounded, and that's why I like him. Mm-hmm. He's just a real person that, is really a salesman, and he's genuine. But I like it because he's constantly giving away free information. He didn't have to. Everybody thinks that people want to get stuff from anybody, but this guy here just gives tons of free information, give all the time. That leads me to my next guy is Gary V. Gary V audio experience I listen to all the time because Gary Vaynerchuk is just a man's man, right? He is literally, don't listen to him around your kids. He does cuss, but the guy's great because he literally all he does is cares about people. Yeah. So he understands people better than anybody I've ever listened to, right? Entrepreneur on Fire, John Lee Dumas. He's a great guy because he's one of the only guys that has an everyday podcast. Him and Gary Vee kind of always put stuff out every day. And he always has somebody on there that has usually a different business opportunity or something they do, but you can learn from it because they all have something else they do for a living to make money. And it's something where you can literally pick and choose from these different speakers on what they do, and you might be able to implement in your own business, make it that much better, right? Mm-hmm. We have a Smart Passive Income podcast by Pat Flynn. Guy is great. I mean, the most genuine person you've ever heard in your life. And like I said, you can literally listen to everything he puts out, and it's coming from his heart. He's just, like I said, just genuine as you can get. So really love Pat Flynn. Freedom Fastlane, Ryan Dan Moran. He is same thing. He's a young guy. He's a little bit even younger than I am. I'm 33, and he's just a conqueror, butt kicker. He's just awesome. So listen to him. He's a lot of great. He's sold several businesses for I think 8 figures now. I mean, he can literally put his hands up in the air and say, "I'm done," but he continues to give at a even exponential level now that he, hopefully has, I'm guessing because he has more financial backing, but he's always been really powerful in giving no matter where he was in the process of growing his businesses. So I really like them. So those are my, my shout outs to the guys I love. And and besides that, I'm not going to tell you all the books I read, but there's tons of them out there that are great. And I'm sure you're.
If there's one book you could suggest to someone, what would be?
What have I read a million times? In my sales career, it was Go for No. I forgot the author, but it was a great sales book about literally no being the path to yes. Mm-hmm. So that was a really good one. And How I Grew Myself. No, I didn't like that one too much. Trying to think. I'm listening.
Think and Grow Rich?
Yeah, I like Think and Grow Rich, but I mean, it's written, I think, in right after the Great Depression, and literally, it sounds like it's written after the Great Depression, so it's kind of hard. No, I'm trying to think, but he caught me on the spot here.
Sorry.
Of me. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
We'll come out with Mike's top 10 books and put it out.
Everything Og Mandino. He's the one I always loved. The Choice, the 10th Angel. All these different books of what he wrote were great. Og Mandino, very good writer, and you'll learn a lot from him. He's the only one I would say, I guess, is a fiction, non-fiction. I don't know the difference. Non-fiction. There you go. Non-fiction author that really was good. So I liked him.
Okay. All right. Sorry I put you on the spot, honey. But so, we've gone through a bunch of different stuff to kind of help you figure out what type of education is good for you. It's really about what works for you. So, podcasts are simple. Audio books are simple. YouTube videos, Alexa briefing. Can you talk more about that? Because I don't really know
Alexa
that.
briefings. I mean, everything is going to this Google Home, Alexa, where you can get all your information so quickly. And Gary Vee talks about a lot about Alexa briefings being the next big thing, the next big pop out there that's going to be a big deal. So as more and more people go towards picking and choosing exactly what they want to listen to based off Netflix subscriptions, Disney, the CW subscription, whatever, these different things, you can actually start. Well, he believes at the very beginning of your day is going to be controlled by Alexa and things like that, where you say, read me my briefings. It gives you all the information that you want for that day, right as soon as you open your eyes. And I agree with him 1,000%. Literally. I'm thinking people are going to wake up here in the future and say, turn on the MIB podcast, and boom, we're there.
That's what I like to hear. But anyways, you just need to really think about what you can fit into your day, what's most convenient for you. Don't make excuses of what you can't do. But if you're on the computer all day, maybe put on your headphones and listen to something. And, figure out how you can fit more education into your life, whether it's going to a conference or reading a book or listening to a podcast. Figure out how to educate yourself so you can constantly be growing with the culture and with the times.
Yeah. You're out there, running, or you're at the gym, or, you're with your kids in the car, throw on some podcasts. If you can't, you don't have we don't have the technology to do that in our car. So, we'll throw on some, inspiring music or something. Either I'm a thing like, well, you got to listen to this type of music. Anything that gets you excited to move forward, to actually knock some walls down.
Get you hype.
Yeah. If you want to listen to a Rocky soundtrack, and that's me, that's like all we do. It's like stuff to get you going, right?
Yeah.
Or stuff to inspire you, make you feel good inside, that type of stuff too, right? Yeah. Just get rid of the chaos in your life. Don't get rid of the news.
The noise.
If some reason you read the newspaper, just get rid of it. It's kind of a waste. And, just go out there and find different things to fill your need of wanting to be an entrepreneur and how to get there and what business you want to start and what you want to conquer. And you'll do it. No problem. A little bit of education is very simple to do when you just prioritize that in your life, right? Getting better.
Yeah.
So every year, look at, I like Jay Cutler and Phil Heath, things like that, Mr. Olympia, these bodybuilders, they every year, every day try to make the things they do better, to be a little bit bigger, like a little tiny bit bigger in Mr. Olympia, a little bit more veins, a little bit more this and that. And that's all they do, right? And so constantly making themselves better on a daily basis based off what they put in their body, how they treat themselves, and even, the motivation, obviously, to keep doing this, but it's got to be hard being that big and walking around. But this is, a perfect example of somebody that doesn't make excuses about continuing their education on their body, where they're going, and what they want to get accomplished, right?
Yeah. So we want to encourage you guys, go out, find the encouragement that's going to move you forward, be excited about your day, and go make some big things happen.
Yeah. And please, just keep reaching out to us. We're talking about stuff we really enjoy talking about here on the podcast, but we'd love your input.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we really like to know, hey, can you tell me about how to do this? Or can you explain how do you have 4 kids and you do this? And, we really want to hit on any of your bullet points you might have, any questions you might have. So please just reach out to us. We really love to hear from you. like I said, this is episode 8, and it's about continuing education. The next one is going to be about dating. Completely different off subject, but it's very important.
It's going to make sense because you got to figure out how to balance your love life with your business life, and that can be very hard. So we hope you'll tune in for that.
Sometimes business is tough, and it takes a lot of time. If you don't have no love life, your business going to suck. Make sure you have your love in your life.
All right, guys. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MIB podcast, and contact us at info@themibpodcast.com.
It was fun today, and we hope you got something out of this. We really, really, really hope so. We'd love for you guys to leave a review for us. If you enjoyed the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, subscribe. We really do appreciate you guys, and we hope you know that. So this is us. We're going to be out, and we hope you have a great day.
Peace out.